G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Flaring tools, doing the brake lines. So I'm doing the brake lines for the 1 tonner. I bought a flaring kit, a brake line flaring kit off the internet. I got a roll of the tubing in the kit. I've got this one here, this packet. It's no name, it's just called a flaring tool. It came with this. You're familiar with that. It came with this one here, screw on type handle, that there. But it didn't come with these here, okay? So these here are, I've lost the term, what were they called? Like a die, okay? Like a die, so it's got a little point on the end there, and it's shaped in the center like it's conical or domed. So the kit I bought was no good for what I'm doing. It leaves, it's called a single flare, okay, not a double flare. So you don't want a single, it's too weak. A single flare which will crack, and it's no good. So I had to buy another kit, another tool kit, and I'm going to show you how I do that now, okay? So here's the new one. I bent up, okay? So I've bent it far enough that I can get these screw-in nuts that go into your brake line, sorry. So I've put them on first, and then I've done the flaring on top. So it's really important, get these the right way, guys. Okay, the right way. Here's the old one. So I've just taken my time and made up as close as I can to this bend, okay? Now, in the first kit, I did get this tool here as well. So it's a bending tool, okay? It takes a bit to work it out. You can do it. Most of what I did with this, some of the bends, I just sort of use my hand to shape it, but you don't want to kink the line. If you kink the line, squash it too much, it's going to just block everything and just going to be useless. So bear in mind with that. So the process of how we're going to do this is I've got it mounted into the vise. Now this particular one, you've got 2 locking nuts. The other one I bought has got these 2 on the end to tighten it. So it looks very similar. I'm not going to use this one. This is the kit that came with the die, so I'm going to use it in case these are out slightly. I've got this tool here. You can slide it on first and just leave it wherever. I've got it in there. Bound into the vise, very important. Now, how do we know where to set this up? Quickly, here's the other one I made up. Okay, so this goes from the left side down along the subframe, across the member or the engine mount frame, and then up. So they're straight enough that now, and put these fittings on. Now it's important to put these fittings on the correct way. So the thread has to face outward. Okay, that's important. Now, before I put these on, it doesn't really matter. I might leave them on, but we've got to clean the ends, okay? Now, I forgot to mention, this is a tool, this is a cutting tool, okay? This comes with the kit. So that goes over the end. Make sure you do it correctly. And then you just wind this in. And it brings, there's a cutting wheel in between. And once you feel it snug, you just go all the way around. Tighten it up a little bit more. Just snug, keep on going around. It's better to go around 10-20 times rather than get too much pressure, squish it and snap it and everything. So just take your time, do a test piece to get used to it. Even when you're flaring this, do a test piece. Here's my test piece, okay? So just do a test piece. It's really important so you don't bugger this up. Now, before we go any further, we've got to chamfer this here and clean out the center. And I just hit it with a wire wheel. See that one, I've just left enough so I can hopefully, or might not, Got to leave enough to get it into your tool. Okay, so I might have to straighten this slightly and then put it on. So you just want to take it so it's a chamfer off there, and now I'm going to open up the centre and just clean all this so it's all nice and deburred on the wire wheel. Now also, if you wanted to, you could just run a file over that, so it's like on a 45. Make sure it's all smooth, and have this as flat. Cut it as square or as straight as you can, this here off. Okay, so hopefully that's a good representation of height and everything. Okay, so I'm putting the fitting through. Okay, get two people if you need a hand, but here's the die. Now you can see I've got it up that way, so you've got to use this as a gauge. So I'm going to let the pipe go through, or the tubing, just go through enough until it's flush. So that there, I'm happy. So I'm going to tighten this up. And that's flush. I like to put it on this side because this side comes up and down a little bit just as you're tightening everything. I've got one of these ratchety ones. Get the right side. And I'm making sure these are all, this is flush here as well. That's nice and firm, snug, so you've got no gap. So I'm double checking that again. That's all nice and flush, and that's good. Tightening this up. Now make sure, just bring you off the camera, don't be afraid of tightening it up so this gap disappears, otherwise that piece of pipe is just going to slip back down and it won't flare correctly. And this is my first time doing this, guys, so just do a couple of tests. Now put a bit of oil, but this just helps it all squish, not overheat. And so we're putting this on first. Now you got to make sure, so that's a little bit tight, so make sure that's going to go in all the way down. You might have to deburr the inside. Okay, so that's all good. That's spinning. Let's actually open it up a bit now. So I've got these both tight. That's tight in the vise. Bring this over, and I've actually got a little bit of oil in here. Finger snug. Now you're making sure that you're trying to get everything level. So you're just having an eyeball. That's it. Now I'm going to hang on to this. Try and keep this from tilting. It has a tendency to come over to this way, so just try and hold it there. And I just take it down snug. So I'm tightening. And I want it to go till it just bottoms out. And they'll butt up against each other. And that's firm there. Now I've got to back it off. Shift that out of the way. This comes off. Keep it where it's safe. And you can see now, if I bring you back over the top, but I'm going to now make a double flare. So you've got a single flare. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So now we just come back over, put this onto here, snug this down. I'm going to put a little drop of oil, making sure it's finger snug, everything's square, everything's straight, not tilted. Trying to keep it from leaning to the camera too much. And that's pretty tight there. That's as far as I can go. So we back it off. Whole flare section through. You can twist on an angle. I've got a tripod in the way at the moment, so I can't. And boom, there we go. Excellent. So if you don't have it snug enough in here at the start, this tubing will go down and you won't get the correct flare. Now it's a bit coarse in around here where it's gripped onto, and I'm just going to take it over and give it another wire wheel just to make sure it's all nice and smooth, so everything's going to seat up and nothing's going to catch and grab. You just check that it's all nice and smooth. You should have it should be nice and square, and that's nice and solid. You bring up your nut, and that should seat all nicely around there, and should be good. The other thing I did find with these, once again comment, I'm hoping this is all good. I was told it'd be okay, but the old one, hopefully it's coming up, the old one is a little bit longer, but apparently that's not going to make any difference, so I've been told. That's come into view hopefully, and it's got instructions on the back. It's really good. Just follow the steps it tells you, and it's also got diagrams.